Hello. Hi, everyone. It's good to be on Facebook Live. It's been ages since I came on Facebook Live. It's been a very long time. So, guys, if you're on this call, just drop me a message, an emoji, a sign. Let me know you're here. My name is Sam Obafemi. I'm called the Octopus. I am the king of communities and membership. Hey, my boss is here. ID Kabasa. Hey, am I not blessed? Baba, how jand na? I dey follow you. Good to see you online, Baba. I'm so happy. Matlong, welcome. Dr. Idenyi, you're welcome. It's a beautiful day in the city of Abuja, Federal Capital Territory. It's a lovely day, and I'm so happy to be doing this with you guys. So, guys, I know you've been following my work, and I know many of you have been following the stories around my new book. My new book is titled Marketing Without a Budget, and that is why we're having this conversation today. Aliyu Yusuf, I see you. Welcome on this call. So, guys, today I want to talk about how you can use your personality to build a strong brand community. And I'm going to be defining some things so that we can understand the story behind brand communities. The first thing I want to define is a brand community. Hi, Diane. Good to see you. What is a brand community? So every business has people that believe in that business. Every idea has people that believe in that idea. That's the rule of thumb. Whatever your idea, there's at least one, two, three, four, many people that buy into it. They love it. They believe in it. They follow it. Even your enemies like your idea. It can be reverse liking. There's admiration, there's envy, there's stalking, whatever. So there's usually a community around your idea. There's always a community around your idea. That you need to understand. Your idea can become a business. Your idea can become a company. Your idea can become a service. Your idea can become anything somebody pays for or somebody supports. For example, people who have NGOs, social enterprises that are not profits, like make profits, not for profits. They have people who give donations. They have grants, access to grants. They have donors. So somehow they are not directly selling, but indirectly they are selling because they are selling an idea for which somebody is putting in their money. And then of course we have the for profit, the normal business, buy and sell, buy and sell. So for every kind of business, there is a person that likes what you do. That is the foundation of brand communities. Once you understand it that way, you will now see why every business can have a brand community. I say this because some people think when we say community, we're talking of NGOs, we're talking of churches, we're talking of social groups, etc. It's not wrong, but every business can have a brand community, and I've established that. So, how does a brand community work? A brand community simply means people that I want to put in a room where I can have conversations with them, where I can engage them, where I can talk to them, where I can relate with them, where I can solve their problems. That is what a brand community can be. So I like to use this analogy. If you have an idea, a product or a service, and you don't have a community, what you're doing, I see you, Sandy, what you're doing. Nemeka, I see you, thank you. Soul Spice, I see you. Fantastic. If you have a service, a product, or an idea, and you don't have a community, what you're doing is that you're standing on the road and you're telling people, come and buy, look at me, come and buy. Hey, I'm here. See, look at me, hey, come to me. You're doing that on the road. Now, some things can happen if you're screaming on the road that come and buy, come and buy. These are the following things that can happen. One, somebody may find your talk interesting, walk up to you and buy and go. Somebody can look at you and wave, shake their head and drive off. Somebody else can just be watching you. They will not buy from you, will not go away. They're just watching you like when you're tired, we will look at when you will go away. So I call that pedestrian marketing. Pedestrian marketing is that exercise where you're selling on Facebook, you're selling on Instagram. Hi, Kempia, I see you. Thank you for joining. You're selling on TikTok, you're selling on LinkedIn, you're just selling. Like, guys, see me here, guys, see me here. So every day you're on Facebook, every day you're on TikTok, every day you're on Instagram, every day you're on LinkedIn, every day you're maybe even on your WhatsApp status. Every day you're just bombarding people with messages. That is pedestrian selling. You're hoping they will buy. Not a problem. But when you have a community, what you are doing is that you come outside and you say, hey guys, so I love to solve problems of people who don't have who can't eat well. You have a problem with proper eating that can give you a healthy living. If you want to hear how to eat well and live well, I have a meeting, I have a place where people like you meet. We meet every Sunday, or we meet every day, or we meet every weekend, or we meet every whatever frequency. If you want to join this group, go to that room and put down your name. That is the analogy of creating a brand community. You're moving people from pedestrian conversations to permissive conversations where they join a room and relate with you. Every brand needs a community. Very key. Hi, Annie. Good to see you. Hi, Esther. Good to see you. So, what are examples of brand communities? The simplest is a mailing list. That's the simplest. Like people just say, oh, be the first to get our newsletter, drop your email address. So, they drop their email address. And then you have a mailing list that can begin to build your brand community. And then, of course, we have the vibrant 247 kind of communities like WhatsApp groups, like Telegram groups, and then we have softwares too that do that. For example, we have Mighty Networks, we have Odo, we have some CRMs that incorporate brand communities. So there are different solutions that can incorporate your brand communities. I prefer to say that an email list is your reliable, transferable asset for your community, but it's not an ideal place to engage in community development because the key to community is engagement. The key to community is engagement. So there are three things that rule community development. Three things. The first thing is that you have to constantly develop content that brings people into your community. So you're constantly inviting people into your community. Very key. Number two is that there has to be momentum. You have to keep building momentum. People have to constantly be engaged. You have to constantly be getting people to be reading from you and understand how you can help them and support them. That is very key. So momentum. Number one is consistency of content. Number two is momentum. The third is giving. The real backbone of community is giving. If you're not giving to people in your community, they will not find reasons to stay in the community. So, but that's not why we're here today. Why we're here today is that some personalities feel that they are not wired to build communities. And that's why we're here today. So, for some of you who have been students of personality, there are different personality models in the world. Different. There is the cow model, human model, there's the Jungian model, which is the cow model, there's the animal model, there are color models, different models. But today I'm going to be using the human model, which many of us know as the sanguine, the melancholic, the phlegmatic, and the choleric. We call it the human model of personalities. And so many of you, I don't need to ask, if I say who is a sanguine, many of you have an idea who is sanguine. Is that outgoing, that talkative, that easily, excited, easily provoked, easily, shut down, easily take off. They are life wires. Those are the sanguines. They're usually everywhere. We call them the life wire of the party. They're the types that talk and just get people in the mood, and they easily forget many things. They want to do many things at once. Those are the sanguines, right? Now, if you ask a sanguine to build a community, before you even ask, they've jumped into yes, 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 let's create community. Yes, let's go, let's go. I want to build a community. And now they've created a WhatsApp group. They say, join my community. Yeah, 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 yeah. Fire. Ooh. And after a few days, they moved on. Sanguines easily move on. They just do things fire, 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 and they go. So if you're a sanguine and you want to build a community, you would love to find another personality that can keep the fire going while you are using your noise to bring people to the community. A sanguine would love another personality. When we get to that, we will know which personality should a sanguine work with. Once again, I'm using the human model to have this conversation. The human model is the personality that says you're sanguine, you're choleric, you're melancholic, and you're phlegmatic. So, sanguines usually to start a community, easy peasy. To talk about the community, easy peasy. To promote the community, easy peasy. To get all fired up, easy peasy. But to sustain becomes a challenge. So when we come to the other personalities, we will know which other personality should a sanguine use. The next personality I'll talk about, so spicy, that's hard. So sanguines usually struggle to stay. They don't have staying power. They are excited by new things. They just want to move on. So I feel you. I feel you. The next personality I'd like to talk about will be the choleric. Now, cholerics, they are gifted in getting things done. Give it to the cholerics. A choleric would decide things and they will stay. A choleric would spend long hours. By definition, a choleric is a personality that believes in work. Work, 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 work. That's a choleric for you. Everything is work. Even vacation is work related. How they eat is work. How they sleep is work. How they make love is work. Everything work has to be involved in this matter. That is a choleric for you. They are usually people see them as slave drivers because they believe that what are you doing with your life other than getting things done? So those are choleric. So if a choleric wants to create a community, they usually have no problem creating a community. The only challenge with cholerics is that sometimes they are not fun. Everything is work, everything. So even the people in the community are bored because everything is bam, 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 broadcast, 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 do this, buy this, do this, take this course, do that one. We're not here to just come and kill ourselves with work. So usually cholerics create a boring community because they're all about bombarding people with courses, bombarding people with assignments, bombarding people with videos, bombarding people with books, bombarding people with work, 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 work. So if a choleric wants to create a community, a choleric will need a sanguine, for example. Because a sanguine is about the fun. Like, hey guys, let's chill. Let's unwind. Let's lay our hair down today. So guys, like Soul Spice will say, what sex tool do you want to buy? Sex toy do you want to buy today? What position of, are you doing today? Other people, all of just fun stuff. That's what a sanguine does. So a choleric would do well to work with a sanguine to create a community. That way, while the choleric is programming the community for productivity, the sanguine is getting them to chill, to chill, to chill. Yeah, I see you, Kempia. Fantastic. So this blend work hand in hand if they can agree, because sometimes the choleric is frustrated with the sanguine's play. You are too playful for my liking. So okay, so now that you want everybody to be playing, is that why we created this group? That's a colleague talking like, I beg today, can you stop this play today? Let's get things done. And the Samuel is wondering, hey guy, all work and no play makes me a fucking boring guy. So these are things that happen. You just have to get that drift. So a sanguine would do well to have a choleric. A choleric would be nice to have a sanguine. Somehow they can blend if they both agree on the terms. The third personality, my mother is here, Mrs. Grace Obafemi, Mrs. Osma Grace. Good to have you, Male. Now, the third personality I would like to talk about is the melancholic. The melancholic is a personality that is reserved. They're usually very meticulous. They are perfectionists of some sort. They want all the dots, all the I's dotted, all the T's crossed. They want to be sure there's the right timing. They want to be sure that people can buy into this idea. They are the type that we want to be sure that should I do this thing? I don't want to start and let it to fail. So they are looking for some perfect sign, some perfect click, some perfect this, some perfect that. So a melancholic may never start a community. They'll be saying it. I need to start a community. I think I should have a community. I think I should do a community. That's where it ends. Why? Not because they don't want. This month, October, it's almost the beginning of the year. It's Ember month. Christmas, people are already focusing on Christmas. So if I start now, nobody will really get involved. Then in January, the year is just starting. So let's wait a bit because people have other priorities. They're setting their goals for the year. They may not focus. February, this is Valentine month. Everybody will be distracted. Love is in the air. Let's wait. Okay, let's create something around love. But we don't know. People already have plans. March, it's Easter period. So Easter is almost in the way. So let's not interfere because people have started Lent and then they are fasting. Okay, April, they just came out of Easter. So there's always a reason for the melancholic to not start. So a melancholic would do well to work with another personality. It could be a sanguine, even though that will really frustrate the melancholic because the melancholic is a perfectionist. The sanguine no self-perfection. The sanguine, let's just go there. In fact, the sanguine does not plan. They just boom, just start doing. So a melancholic may not actually work better with a sanguine because they will just fight. So maybe a melancholic should work with a choleric because the choleric actually would dot the I's and cross the T's. That you can guarantee. The choleric would do work diligently and help to solve the melancholic's need for perfection. So I think cholerics and melancholics would do greatly to start a community. If you are choleric and you want to start a community that will be impeccable, you can work with a melancholic. The only challenge is that both of you are boring. Choleric is work. Melancholic is perfectionism. So where's the fun? Again, sanguines win. So it's a good thing to look at it that way. Then I go to the last personality, the phlegmatics. Phlegmatics are usually beautiful souls. They are the stabilizers. They're the ones that want peace. They're the ones that want everybody happy. They're the ones that want everybody to feel good. They're the type that likes things going easy. They're the ones that are always concerned about what do we give people, how do we help them, what do we support people with, people that join our communities, how can we help them? So melancholics phlegmatics are very sweet people. The challenge with phlegmatics is that they procrastinate a lot. So phlegmatics are too busy trying to make people happy. They don't get the work done. They don't move. They just concerned about quenching fires. All the fires that cholerics have created, phlegmatics are busy quenching those fires. Like, no, don't be angry. He didn't mean it that way. Oh, that thing he said, no, he didn't mean it that way. Take it easy. Okay, I'll talk to him for you. No, don't leave our community. Just stay. We want the best for you. That's a phlegmatic, killing all the fires, trying to douse all the tensions, trying to make everything work. So while he or she is busy trying to make everybody agree, work is not done because not everybody can agree. So phlegmatics are usually procrastinators. They're usually goodwill people. They're usually trying to make sure everybody is happy, and they just have that vibe, and they are very positive. They are positive minded, very very positive minded. So where does this come in? I will tell you categorically that if you are forming a community, there is no personality that does not have a role to play in your community. No personality. Which is why I usually would tell, and I wrote this in my book, if you are building a brand community, you must realize that it is not about you. A brand community is about you and the people that join your community. You must train your mind to think commonwealth. A sole operator cannot operate a community. If you think the community is about what I want, how I want it, the day I want it, the manner I want it, your community will die. You must realize that community is about everybody wins in this community. And how can this work? You look at your personality and ask yourself, what other personalities do I need in this community? So, as people are joining your community, you must be open to allowing personalities express themselves creatively, and then you leverage it. You leverage their personalities to make your brand community vibrant. There are 5 things that happen in communities which you should get in my book. Number one is the joining. The first thing for you to create a community is that you must say things that make people want to join your community. I said that a bit earlier when I talked about pedestrian, and then I talked about getting them into the room. So I'm not going to repeat that. The second thing that happens in a community is that you're giving them content and engagement. You're educating them about things that they can find anywhere, but they'll be happy to hear it from you. You're illuminating their minds. You're showing them strategies. You're teaching them stuff about what you do and helping them to solve their problems. The most important thing about communities is that you're solving their problems. If I don't find myself getting help in your community, I'm out. That's the rule of the game. If you're not solving the problems of the people in your community, you don't have a community. So that's the second thing, educating. The third is empowering. You must provide room for other people to come to your community so that they can give value to your community. That is why in OSP, in Seka Africa, in BSG, in Money Spinners Tribe, every community I've created, I'm constantly bringing people into the community to come and teach them something or show them something or share something. That is the way it goes. We call it empowerment. You know why? If it's only the owner of the community that is teaching the community, we'll be tired of your voice now. There's what we call voice fatigue. Voice fatigue is when now only you are the here. I go say, no, I don't hate you, but can I go somewhere else? So empowering is when you bring other experts that come to share in your community. Then number four is rewarding. Rewarding, I've said this many times, is the lifeblood of the community. You have to always think, what can I give the people in my community? What can I reward them with? Is it a free training? Is it a subsidized course? Is it a referral? Is it anything? Is it commission? There has to be something you're constantly giving to people in your community. That way they feel that they are getting something from your community. And the last one is leverage. Leverage is what I shared about you leveraging other personalities in your community. I am a phlegmatic. For example, Sam Obafemi, my personality is phlegmatic, melancholic. So it means that I'm a peacemaker, I'm an easygoing person. I just want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to feel they are winning. I want to get things done. I want people to get things done and feel that they have a stake. That's my personality. But guess what? I have a melancholic secondary personality that has a tendency to want things to be perfect, that has a tendency for excellence, that has a tendency for things to look impeccable. That can be a setback for my phlegmatic personality. Now, guess what? Phlegmatics are procrastinators. I am a procrastinator. Many people will not believe this, but I procrastinate a lot. So guess what? I have people in my life that are on my case. Somebody like Kizito, my boy, is a choleric. He's constantly on my case. Baba, we need to get this done. Baba, wait, where we did? Baba, this. Baba, I'm wondering. Hey, okay. Calm down. You don't catch me. You don't catch me. Okay, you don't. More continue. So he's there pushing. He's there pushing. And then I have a Stella who is a sanguine, who is more preoccupied with making people laugh, making people play. And I'm wondering, Stella, can we focus on this work? What's going on here? So these are things you need to understand. Personality is not a problem. Your personality is not a limitation. Rather, if you are strategic about it, you can use your personality to your advantage. If you want to understand deeper stuff than what I have said, talking about leveraging, talking about building a reward system, talking about building a strong empowerment system, talking about building a strong educational system, talking about strong baiting systems. Buy my book titled Marketing Without a Budget. It is still pre ordering for 8,500 naira only. which is just about $10. You can buy it from my website. You can buy it from Seller. Just type seller.co/ the community book, or you can go to Warital. Go to warital.com/ the community book. I'm going to put that in the comment section right after this video has gone live. And I want you to pre-order your copy. By January 1st, it goes to 10,000 bucks. And all pre-orders are exclusive of delivery costs. So if you're pre-ordering, except you're buying on Warital, because Warital has the shipping cost attached to the pre-order, or Seller or via transfer, the shipping cost is not attached to the pre-order, and that will be determined when you have bought it. We're not selling on Amazon. We're not selling on any of those global platforms yet, not yet. We want to control the first order. So, Nemeka, what we've been doing is we're taking orders from abroad. We have received orders from the Bahamas. We have received orders from the United States. We have received orders from South Africa. We have received orders even from the UK. We're shipping from Nigeria via DHL. And that is what we want to do. So what we're likely to do, we ship all UK orders to our partner in the UK, who now facilitates how it gets to everyone in the UK. We're shipping all American orders to the United States in one bulk, and then our partner distributes to everyone. That way we can manage the cost. But for now, all shipping comes from Nigeria. I have received a big challenge with remittances of funds from my previous books, and that is why the approach on Amazon or Kindle, I'm not going there. My Pioneer account has not been able to remit funds to me, and so we're putting a limit on that for now. So all shipping comes from Nigeria. Please pre-order more than one copy if you want. That would be so nice. This morning I was thinking, any organization that pre-orders 10 copies and above, I'm going to give them a free coaching session on implementation of what the book says. So, just for adventure, you have a team, a company. If you're a consultant, this is something you can sell to your clients. They can buy 10 copies once. Then we can now provide coaching for them on the implementation of setting up a brand community. You see this book? If you buy this book, your marketing expense will make sense, because then you will start seeing organic conversion of your marketing expense. There is what I call the 25-75 rule of marketing brand communities. It is in that book. And that rule simply says spend 25% on your conventional marketing, social media marketing, traditional marketing, and then spend 75% giving a reward system. That reward system is the holding point of your community. It's what keeps people and gets them paying you for a long time. That is how some people have been paying me for the last 10 years, every year. I can tell you confidently, there are people that have been paying me for the last 12 years, every year for something. And they don't pay once a year, they pay for many things within a year. Do you know what it means for a chunk of people? At least off the top of my fingers, I can tell I have over 25 people like that who have been paying me every year for the last 12 years. Do you know what that means? It is embedded in community science. So this book is a major science that if you can just understand, you can go to sleep and know that you don't hit. So guys, salute. This is where I draw the line on this session. Let your personality work for you. Grab my book. In case you missed anything, just go to my Instagram. The link is on my bio. You can order it and get your copy. I'm very proud of you. For those of you who have pre-ordered, thank you very much. For those of you yet to pre-order, thank you for doing so immediately. For those of you that are waiting to pre-order, thank you for considering the pre-order. For those of you who joined this session, thank you for joining this session. I hope I've been able to sow a seed into your business, because I love to see your business grow. Ultimately, that's my passion. I love to see your business grow. So you may not buy my book. That's not a problem. But use the things I share with you You won't regret them. I am very sure about that. So I can see my friends in the UK joining. I can see the seductress. Thank you so very much. I can see Mrs. O is on the line. Let's go. So guys, thank you so much. I draw the curtain at this point. Grab my book. Go and buy a copy. One is fine, but two is not bad. Three is solid. 10 is on point. Thank you guys. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.